Hello everyone. Today we will learn how to make this beautiful bucket hat here, and we will be using 3 different colors to pull out this pattern or this design. And all you're going to need are scissors and a darning needle to weave in your ends. And I will put the different types of colors and brands that I've used for this video here, and I will put that in the description box below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Essentially, we're going to start working the granny squares first, then the top of the hat, and then the brim of the hat, and essentially put it all together. Boom. So that's pretty much how this video is going to go. So like, comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. But let me stop chatting and talking to you, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, everyone. So we're going to make this bucket hat, and initially we're going to start off by making granny squares. This pattern specifically calls for the Mosaic Granny Square, and if you want to learn how to do that, you can check one of my videos on my YouTube page, link in the description below. As you can see, lovely pattern, lovely colors, and in order to make this fit your head, I am going to make 6 granny squares in total because that's how many that would fit my head reasonably. And it can go between 5 to 6 granny squares, so depending on your size. So as we keep making these, definitely measure your head and check as you continue making this. So first we're going to go ahead and start with the granny square. And I've already made 4, as you can see, and I need to make 2 more. So in this case, in this video, I'll show you how to make one of these. But if you want a more in-depth tutorial on how to make it, like I said, link in the description box below for one of my other videos on how to make the Mosaic Granny Square. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started on making a granny square. Okay, so I have my crochet hook here, and what we're going to do, we're going to make a slip knot, and this is how we're going to begin our Mosaic Granny Square. And then what we're going to do, we're going to chain 4 chains here, and then we're going to slip stitch that beginning chain, slip stitch and pull through, and then we're going to chain 2, okay? And we're going to find the middle here, find the middle of our circle, and then we're going to place 2 double crochets into this space right here. So I'm going to show that. So we're going to yarn over, place 1 double crochet into this space, yarn over again, place another double crochet. Okay, perfect. So then once you have done that, you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to place 3 more double crochets into this space. So we're going to yarn over, 1 double crochet, 2, and 3. All right, perfect. And now we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to chain 2, yarn over, place 3 double crochets into the center here. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to do this one more time. We're going to chain 2, and we're going to place 3 more double crochets into this space. Yarn over, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. And then we're going to chain 2. And then as you can see, this circle in the middle is pretty big, so we're going to take our end piece here and pull and tighten the middle here. Okay, and then once you have done that, we're going to slip stitch the top chain here, or stitch here. If you can see, it's 1, 2, 3 chains from this center here. We're going to slip stitch, yarn over, and pull through both. Okay, so then we just started our first row of the granny square, and now We're going to chain one, and then I don't have my scissors with me, oopsie, but we'll grab that in a second off camera. We're going to cut this string off, and then we're going to grab a different color. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my scissors and get my other color, and I will be right back. Okay, everyone, so as you can see, I snipped off this pink yarn here, and now I'm taking a different color. In this case, I'm using this lavender, and honestly, you can take any corner of this square, doesn't matter because it's all going to be the same. So I'm going to stick my hook through this space here, and we're going to go ahead and pull our new color through. And I tend to do chain one with both ends just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. So I'm going to chain one, and then I'm going to chain two more. Okay, so you're going to have 3 chains total in this corner here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to place 2 double crochets into this space right here. So let's go ahead and do that. So 1 and 2. Perfect. And then now we're going to chain 2 because this is going to be our corner in our granny square. So now we're going to place, after we've chained 2, we're going to place 3 double crochets in this corner. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. So now we're not going to do any chains. We're just going to skip this top part here and just go right directly into this second big space here, or corner as you could say, and we're going to work 3 double crochets into this space. So let's go ahead and go right directly into there, place 1 double crochet, 2, and 3. Perfect. Chain 2, yarn over, and place 3 more double crochets into this space. Okay, perfect. So technically we have one side done, and so we're going to work the other side now. So we have this corner here. We're going to do this again. Place 3 double crochets in this corner space here. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Then chain 2, yarn over, place 1 double crochet, then another one, and a third one. All right, perfect. So then we have one more corner to work into. Yarn over, place 3 double crochets into this corner space. 1, 2, 3. Now chain 2. Place 3 more double crochets into this corner space. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. So now we're just going to go ahead and find this top stitch here. Let's see. And slip stitch. Okay. Chain 1, and then now I have my scissors. Snip off, and then we're going to change our color next. Okay, so this will be our last row of making this granny square. So very simple and easy to do. So just like the previous row, we're going to find the corners here, and in this case I spot this one, so I'm going to work in this corner. We're going to take our color here. In this case I'm taking orange, and I'm going to take my hook and stick it through this hole here, pull my new color in, and we're going to chain 3, 2, 3. Okay, and then now just like what we did in the previous row, we're working this corner, so we're going to place 2 double crochets in this space. 1 and 2. All right, and then now we're going to chain 2, And then now we're going to place 3 more double crochets into this space. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. So now that we have done that, you see this is going to be a little bit different here. So we are now in the middle, and so we are going to work into this space here that's right above the pink. So we're going to yarn over, place 1 double crochet into this top space here. 1, and then now this is where it's going to be a little bit different. So we're going to do a front post double crochet into this middle stitch here. That took me a second to say, but you're going to find the middle stitch from the beginning row, so to say, and you're going to work a double crochet into that, or do a front post double crochet. So I'm going to show you that. So we're going to yarn over, and we're going to find that middle one, go under the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's the front post double crochet. And this is how the mosaic crochet comes into effect. So yeah, so that's what it looks like. So now we're going to do what we did in the first one here. We're just going to place 1 double crochet into the big space here to even it out. And that is the pattern. Okay. So now we're going to work this corner like we did this beginning corner here. We're going to place 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then 3 more double crochets. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, chain 2, 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, perfect. So, okay, got to get my yarn together. So now we're going to go ahead and, like we did previously, find the middle hole here and yarn over, place 1 double crochet in that space. And then now we're going to do a front post double crochet in the middle stitch here. So we're going to yarn over, find the middle stitch, go behind the stitch here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Cool. Alrighty, and then we're going to even it out and place 1 double crochet into the space. Okay, so that's how you do it. And ooh, my throat. Okay, so that's how you do it. I'm going to go ahead and keep going off camera. So whenever you hit the corner, place 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets again. And then once you hit this space, place 1 double crochet into the hole here, and then do a front post double crochet with the middle stitch from your beginning row here, and then place 1 more double crochet into this space to even it out. So that's pretty much what you're going to do the rest of the way. I'm going to finish this up, and we're going to meet back here, and we're going to discuss on how we're going to sew these pieces together. Okay, let's do this. Okay, everyone, welcome back. So we have finished making our granny square here. So as you can see, of course, we're going to do this off camera. We're going to sew in our ends, and once we have sewn in our ends, then in however order you want, you're going to sew these granny squares together. And what I tend to do, and what this stitch is the whip stitch, and I believe that's what it's called. So you can definitely pull it up on YouTube on how to do that. Very simple, very easy. If you want me to show you how to make it in an upcoming video, let me know, comment below. But I'm just going to go ahead and do this off camera. I'm going to make 6 granny squares total. So I currently have 5 here. So I'm going to make 1 more, weave in the ends. And then once we sew these together, we're going to sew them all together, make a circle here. And then once we do that, we will meet back and start the top of the hat. And we will do that next. So let's go ahead and do that. So come back once you have 5 to 6 granny squares after measuring your head, whichever size fits best. Sew in your, or weave in your ends, then sew the granny squares together. Once you do that, we will come back and make the top part of the hat. So we will be right back. Okay, so to work the top of the hat, we're going to start. We're going to do a slip knot, or everyone is different. You can do a magic ring and make 12 double crochets into that magic ring, or you do what I do, make a slip stitch and chain 3, okay? And then in this first chain here, well, I gotta watch myself. You're gonna place I can't even talk. You're gonna place 12 double crochets into this first chain here. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's see here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 12. Lovely. Then we tighten the hole here. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and slip stitch this top chain here from our foundation chain. And there you go. And honestly, now I'm looking at it, let's go ahead and check. Make sure you check and you have the right amount of chains here. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yep, perfect. So once you have 12 double crochets in a circle like this, you're going to chain 2, and we're going to work our next round. And in this next round, you're going to yarn over, place 1 double crochet into this space, and then place another double crochet into this space. So from this point on, we're going to increase our rows here. So we're going to do it again. Place 1 double crochet into the space, and then in that same space, place another double crochet into that same space. So in each stitch around, we're going to place 2 double crochets into that space, and that is how we're going to do this round. So I'm going to keep going, and we will meet back once we are at the beginning of our 3rd row. All right, everyone, welcome back. So we have finished our 1st row and essentially placing 2 double crochets into each stitch around, and we made it back here. And so now we're going to go ahead and slip stitch this top chain or foundation chain. I can't even talk. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, then we're going to chain 2. And then now in our 3rd row, we're going to place 1 double crochet into this space here, just 1. And then in the next space, we're going to place 2 double crochets into the same space. So in the next one here, we're going to place 1 double crochet. And then in the next stitch, we're going to place 2 double crochets into that space. And so essentially we're just alternating all the way around. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's pretty much how you are able to make this row as you keep moving forward. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we will meet back once we are finished with this round. See, there's 2, 1, and then 2. All right, so we will be right back once we have finished this row, and we will keep going. Okay, placing 2 double crochets in this last space here. Perfect. And then we're going to slip stitch the top stitch here, chain 2. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next row, and we're going to continue moving forward. This time we're going to place 1 double crochet in the first stitch, another single double crochet in the second, and then 2 double crochets in the third stitch. And so that's pretty much what this pattern calls for. It's like 1 1 2 1 1 2. So that is this pattern here. So I'm going to show you. So this is 1 double crochet in 1 stitch, second stitch, place 1 double crochet in that stitch, and then in the third stitch we're placing 2 double crochets into this space. Okay, so we're going to do that again. 1 double crochet in 1 space, another double crochet in the next space, and then in the third one place 2 double crochets into that space. So once again, we're going to keep alternating all the way around, doing the 1 1 2 1 1 2. So keep going, and we're going to meet back once we have finished the end of this round. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, and then we're going to slip stitch this top chain. Okay, so then now we have finished that round, and then we're going to do another round again. And so as you can see, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and you can decipher whether you want to, when you want to stop or you want to keep going, because everyone's head size is different. So, but for me, myself, and I got to keep going because I tend to have a larger cranium. So let's keep going. So this row, similar like in the past, we're going to place 1 double crochet in 1 stitch, and then the next one, place 1 single double crochet into that space. Then the third, place 1 double crochet into that space, and then in the fourth stitch here, place 2 double crochets into that space. Okay, so that's the pattern. 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 2. Okay, so 3 double crochets in the next 3 stitches, and in the fourth stitch place 2 double crochets in that same stitch. So I just did 1 in 1 stitch, second double crochet in the second one, third in the third space there, and then this fourth one we're going to place 2. Okay, great. So I'm going to do this one more time. 1 double crochet, next one, another double crochet, third, 1 double crochet, and then the fourth, 2 double crochets in that same space. Okay, so I'm going to keep going off camera, and you can go ahead and keep going as well, and we're going to meet back once we have finished this round. And I believe we're going to do 1 or 2 more increased rows, but we'll see. But we'll be right back. Okay, everyone, so now I had to double check and see. This looks like this will be our last increased row here on the top of the hat. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to place 1 double crochet into this single space, and then we're going to place another double crochet into the next space, and then 1 double crochet into the third, and then in the fourth place 1 double crochet into that space, and then in the fifth stitch we're going to place 2 double crochets into that stitch. Okay, so that's what this pattern calls for. We're going to place 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches, and then on the fifth stitch we're going to place 2 double crochets into that space, and we're going to do that all the way around. So I'm going to keep going and do this one more time and show you. So 1 double crochet, next stitch, okay, another double crochet, third, 1 double crochet, fourth, 1 double crochet, okay, and then the fifth one we'll place 2 double crochets into that space. So I will go ahead and keep going all the way around, and you will do as well, and we will meet back once we have finished this round. Okay, everyone, so I finished the last row here. So you should have a total of 6 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 rows. And to continue on using this yarn, I decided to pull a very long tail so that I don't have to grab an extra piece of yarn to sew this together. So literally what you're going to do next is I use the whip stitch, you know, as like previously on how even to sew in the sides of the granny squares. So I'm going to do the same stitch again. And, you know, you can measure previously. I mean, you've been measuring, but like measuring the top of the hat, and you place it on top, and essentially you're just going to go along the lines and sew it all the way around together. And once you have done that, we're going to meet back and we're going to start making the brim of the hat. So let's go ahead and put these pieces together, and we will continue on making the last part of the hat, and we'll be right back. All right, everyone, welcome back. So as you can see, I sewed the top part of the hat onto the granny squares. So now we are just about almost done with making this hat. Okay, so now we're going to work on the brim. And essentially, you're going to find the middle of one of your granny squares to start, just because it's just easier to do it that way. I'm going to go ahead and start at the top in the middle of one of these granny squares. And I'm going to go ahead and chain 2. Okay, and now once we have done that, we're going to go all the way around, and you see how the V's are like this. We're going to go do our double crochets on the top part of the V's. So I'll show you that in a second. So you're going to place 1 double crochet, and you know how we normally go under both V's here? Instead, we're going to go under just the top part of the V. So we're just going to do that and place 1 double crochet in that stitch, and then like I said previously, go under the top part of the V and do another double crochet, and you're going to keep going until you hit the corner of your granny square. When you hit the corner, you're going to place 2 double crochets in this corner here, still following the rule of going under part of the V or top of the stitch here. Okay, so I just placed 2, and when you hit the middle part where you have 2 of the granny squares and where you did your whip stitch here, it's okay if you go under both, if you go under the whole stitch, because I tend to just want to reestablish the make of the hat so it won't move. So I'm just going to place 1 double crochet there, and then once again we are at the next corner of a granny square, so we're going to place 2 on the outer part or top of the stitch here. So 1 and 2, perfect. And so keep going along the side here and just place 1 double crochet in each stitch. Okay, so once you continue to do that, keep in mind once you hit the corners, you're going to place 2 double crochets in those spaces. So we're going to do it one more time. Okay, so now we are approaching the edge of the granny square. So I'm going to place 2 double crochets under the top stitch here. 1 and 2. And then once you hit the stitch where the whip stitch combines both granny squares, we're going to go under the whole stitch and just place 1 double crochet. And then we're in another corner again, and we're going to place 2 double crochets at the top of the stitch here. And we're just going to keep going and following that pattern for this row. So if you're a little bit confused, go ahead and rewind, but we're just going to follow this pattern all the way around. And once you do, we're going to go ahead and work the next row. Okay, so once we have done our last stitch, we're going to slip stitch our beginning foundation stitch or chain, and then we're going to chain 2. And then this row, it's a little bit easier. We're just going to place, and we're going to go directly under the stitch this round. We just only had to do it, or had to go under one of the, or half of the stitch this last round, but in this round and moving forward, we're just going to continue doing like we did previously, working under both stitches. So now we're on our second round, and we're just going to place 1 double crochet in the next 7 stitches all the way around, and once you hit your 8th stitch, you will place 2 double crochets in that stitch. So let's see, we have 2, 4, 6, 7, and then now on the 8th stitch, we will place 2 double crochets in that 8th stitch. Okay, so that's all you're going to do this round. Place 7 double crochets in the next 7 stitches. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then on the 8th stitch we will place 2 double crochets. Okay, so that's all you're going to do in this round. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going and go all the way around, and we will meet back once we have finished this round. Okay, so now we're going to slip stitch the top here, chain 2. Okay, and now similar like the previous row, this time I believe you're going to place 8 double crochets in the next 8 stitches, and then in the ninth stitch, excuse me, you're going to place 2 double crochets in that stitch. Okay, so I'll go ahead and show you. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and on the 9th one we're going to place 2. So I just did 1, and then here's the second one, and that's it. So let's do this one more time. Place 1 double crochet in the next 8 stitches. Okay, I believe that's 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, yep. And then in the 9th one, we're going to place 2 double crochets in the 9th stitch. So let's do that all the way around, and we will meet back once we are ready for the next round. Okay, so as you're approaching the end of this round, I know it's okay if you don't have 9 double crochets and then like even it out. It's okay if it's not even. Just keep going, because here I did my on my 9th stitch here I did 2 double crochets, and as I'm approaching the end, let's see, I have 2, 4, 6 double crochets left, and it doesn't fully complete the pattern, but it's okay. Just keep going. It will work out just fine. So I'm just finishing this off here. Okay, and then we're about to start our next round. Okay, and then you're just going to slip stitch the top, chain 2. Okay, so now we have, I believe it's 2 more rows left, and this is the last row that we're going to increase. So we're going to place 1 double crochet in the next 9 stitches, and then on the 10th stitch you're going to place 2 double crochets in that 10th stitch. So let's see, 2, 4, 5. Okay, and then we're working on the 10th, so then we place 2 double crochets in the 10th stitch. Okay, so we're going to do that all the way around, and we will meet back once we have finished this row. And then we're almost done, so we will be right back. Okay, so now we are doing our last lap, our final row here. And it's pretty easy this last round. All you have to do is place 1 double crochet all the way around, and that will complete the bucket hat look. So I'm going to go ahead and just place 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around, and I will meet back with you guys once we have finished the end of our row and have officially completed this bucket hat. Yay! All right, I'm going to keep going and I will see you guys momentarily. Okay, we are just about finished. Okay, slip stitch the top, grab my scissors, snip. Okay, and this is the finished look of this bucket hat. I really love the colors. She is really cute. Can't wait to wear her. But yeah, this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if there's anything else you want me to make, let me know. Comment below. That's how I'm able to see you guys and communicate with you all and chat with the masses. So this is one hat, and then I pulled out my other ones. Here's another one, and then boom. Okay, I make these hats like crazy. Okay, but now you guys know how to make them, so yay. So yeah, you guys, so let me know if there's anything else you want me to make. Let me know, comment below, like, subscribe, do all the above. Thank you so much for your support, and I will go ahead and see you guys next time. Bye-bye.